Hello and welcome to your Bulletproof back day. What this workout is going to entail, it's gonna start off with a lot of mobility work. We're specifically focused on your thoracic spine, so that's your mid-back. We're gonna be opening up that area, strengthening that area, and releasing tension in that area. So this will be a full complete workout that's gonna start off with a lot of mobility. It's gonna start nice and slow, but we'll get nice and spicy as we progress. So you're going to start with one band. If you don't have a band like this, just one long band will work. Doesn't matter which one it is, doesn't matter what resistance it is. You wanna find a resistance that feels good for you and your body. Besides this, you'll also need a foam roller and some dumbbells. We're gonna get started with this band. You're gonna start, feet will be hip width apart, hands are gonna be right in front of the face like so. We're just gonna start off with a just going all the way back, all the way forward, just starting to bring some blood flow into the shoulders. Now you wanna find a position that feels good for you. So personally, this is where I like to start, and then as I progress, I like to bring it in a little bit closer together so that I can really stretch out the shoulders a little bit more. We're gonna keep this going for about another 10 seconds, and then we're going to start to isolate that mid-back area in 4. 2 more. Last one. From here, you're gonna grab about shoulder width apart. If you wanna go a little lighter, you can let go of half. I like to do that for this one. You want a slight bend at your elbows. The shape of your arm isn't gonna change. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a mid-back pull. So you're gonna pull as tight as you can and then slowly release. So again, there's no change that's happening in the shape of my arms. They're just starting in front of the shoulder and then going out to the side. I'm not bending to stretch. So we're gonna start that upright. You take a little bend, take a deep breath in. As we exhale, pull back, slow release coming forward. Exhale back, slow release. We're doing 10 of these. Again for 4. Always exhaling. As I do this, the front of my shoulders want to take over. You want to try to get your back muscles going as much as you can here. We got 4 more. Another 3. Last 2. 1 more. Perfect, I'm already sweating. From here, you're gonna bring your elbows right next to your waistline. Palms are facing up. Get a nice grip. You're gonna externally rotate the shoulders, pulling out, and then a slow release, bringing it in through center. Exhale out, inhale center. For 3, 4, this is 5. We got 5 more reps. Another 4, 3, last 2, and 1. The last position that we're going to do here, all the way up in front of the face, slight bend at the elbows, same type of movement that we did at the beginning, but we're just bringing it up overhead, pulling down, getting into the lats of our back, so the wings of your back. Again for 3, give a side view. 5. And that's our first little section with the band. So from here, we're gonna toss it over to the side. Or take a deep breath in, bringing both arms overhead, grabbing that right wrist with your left hand, pull that right shoulder up. Try to relax that shoulder and use your left arm to pull up and over for 4, 3, 2. We're gonna bring it in through center, other side, left wrist, pull, let that shoulder relax. Use the right arm to pull over for 4, 3, 2, bringing it back to center. From here, we're gonna get the rest of the body nice and warm. So we're gonna add a little hinge, bringing the feet right under hips. We're gonna push those hips all the way back. From here, slight bend in the knee into your squat. Arms are gonna extend, and I really want you to try to get those arms all the way up, and then extend the legs. Again, a push back of the hips, bend the knees, arms, legs. This is our 4-point squat. Nice to get the hips, knees, ankles, and the rest of the lower body nice and warm. We're here for about another 20 seconds. Last one, pushing back. And we're gonna hold this one nice and low. From here, we're gonna add a little sway, getting a little deeper into the hips for another 4, 3, 2. Now if this position is uncomfortable for you, you can also add a little bench underneath and just sit down on the bench. Use your elbows to push out nice and wide. We're gonna release one hand down, reach that other arm all the way up, nice big reach, and then place that other hand down. Same thing, one side to the other. For another 8, another 7, 6, 5 more, for 5, another 4, 3, 2, last one. Perfect. From here, we're gonna extend those legs all the way up. We're gonna find our downward dog, pushing heels into the ground and chest towards thighs. All right, we got nice and sweaty, so now we're gonna go back to that downward dog. We're gonna go back into that plank and then push those heels back. So getting a little deeper into the shoulders. As you push those heels into the ground and hit downward dog, really try to push your chest towards your thighs. So we're really stretching out those shoulders and back, and then all the way forward. We're gonna keep this going for another 8, 7, 6, 5 more, another 5, 4. We're gonna move into world's greatest stretch in 3, another 2, 1 more. From here, we're gonna step right leg to outside of right hand. Right arm's going to reach all the way up. We're gonna tap that right elbow down, getting nice and deep into that T-spine. Right hand down, other side. Downward dog, left leg up. Look up at that hand as it goes up. Look at it as it goes down. We're gonna keep that going one side to the other. A nice 30 seconds here. Another 4. Another 3. 2 more. Last 2. Last one. Pushing the hips back. Bringing both hands down. Meeting in a high plank, we're gonna slowly release the knees down, and we're gonna bring the knees back so we find our tabletop position. From here, we're gonna do some cat-cows, so taking a deep breath in, rounding through the spine, pushing chin to chest, shoulder blades all the way up. As you exhale, shoulders are gonna roll back. Tummy is gonna drop towards the floor, hips are gonna push up, and head's gonna look all the way up. Again, all the way up. Contracting through pelvis and hips, pushing shoulder blades all the way up. Exhale, release. Let it all go. 2 more just like that. This should feel really good in the body. If it doesn't, find a range that feels good for you. You always wanna listen to your body. This part of the workout, we're not trying to do the most. We're listening to the body and seeing what needs a little more time under tension. So sometimes if I'm really, really sore, I'll hold this a little longer. Sometimes if I've been sitting at my desk all day, I'll hold this one a little longer. So really cater it to what feels best for you. From here, we're gonna get a little more isolated into those shoulder blades. So instead of tucking the whole pelvis up and under, we're just gonna get into the shoulders. You're gonna think of bringing your shoulders all the way up into your ears, and then we're gonna push those shoulders all the way away. Going down, and then exhale. So the shape of my arm isn't changing. There's a little bit of a bend, and I'm just letting those shoulders move back and up for another 5, 4, another 3, 2, 1 more. Option to keep it here, or option to make it a little more active, bringing it into a modified push-up, retracting down to up, and then down, up again, release, protract. We're gonna keep that going. And if you wanna bring it into your full push-up, you obviously have that option going all the way up, back, down to up. We'll do another 10 seconds here. Feel free to stay in whatever option is good for you. When I was still perfecting my push-ups, one version that I like to do is bring my knees in at the bottom and then back up once I get into my plank. So feel free to implement that if that feels a little better for you. We got another 2, 1 more. And up. From here, we're gonna grab our foam roller and our dumbbell. Cool. We're gonna grab our foam roller. You're going to come into tabletop. Now you want the foam roller lined up right behind your wrist. We're gonna release this area before we start to work it. So you're gonna take a deep breath in, you're gonna bring this arm under. We're gonna nice and slowly slide that foam roller over, and then you're gonna bring it all the way up to neutral. So for my friends who are sitting at desks all day, or always on their phones or laptops, this is gonna be our best friend because it helps to release those muscles in a different way. We have another 5 here. 4, another 3, 2, 1 more. We'll bring it all the way over to the other side. And then again, down, 2 up. For 2, 3, 4, another 4, 3, 2, 1 more. From here, we're gonna bring this one forward. This one looks a little funny, but really good for you. You're gonna bring both arms right in front. We're gonna release those arms, and then what you're gonna do from here is you're gonna bring your knees a little bit wider. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let that foam roller slide away from you. Try to reach those shoulders as close to your ears as you can. Try to push the hips back and get your chest as close to the ground as you can. And I like to just do a few rocks going all the way forward, all the way back here. And last one, bringing it all the way up to neutral. From here, we move the foam roller to the side. And we're gonna go into our prone position now. So face all the way down. From here, we're gonna make circles with our arms. You're gonna lift them up slightly. We're gonna rotate all the way around to our T. When you get to T, palms flip down. We go all the way forward and then all the way to the back. And as you go to the back, you wanna try to get those elbows or hands nice and high on the spine. You wanna try to increase that range of motion every time. So going all the way forward, connect the hands, all the way back. If we just make it to hips, do what you need. We wanna try to get it all the way up and then all the way forward for another 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're gonna stay in our I position. You're gonna lift those hands up, little hold, slow release as you come down. If you want to bring your dumbbells out at this point, I don't recommend anything above 5s. And if I had 3-pound weights, I would be using those. But we're gonna be right here, up little hold, slow release. Up to release. Two more. Last one. From here, we're gonna bring both hands out to our T, and you have the option to either drop the dumbbells and not use them, or keep them going. Again, same thing. This one we're gonna lift up, little hold, slow release down. Up to release, and now for me, 5 pounds are a little heavy for that position, so I'm gonna go body weight. If I had 2 or 3 pounds, those would be ideal, or some ankle weights. We're gonna do 5 more. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Slowly release that, come down. From here, we have our Y position. This is our hardest position. You want your thumbs up. So you're gonna grab like so, lifting up, little holds, slow release down. Up, slow release, and again, 5s are too heavy for me for this position, so I'm just gonna use body weight. Exhale, inhale. And that's our last one. So we magically floated our bench in here. We're moving into our strength section now that we got our upper body all nice prepped and primed. You're going to need 2 heavy dumbbells, 2 light dumbbells, super light. In addition to that, if you don't have a bench, don't stress. You can totally do this without one. I do love sitting and kneeling for something, so I will be using this, but if not, I'll show you some modifications. We're gonna get started with our single arm row. So we're gonna have one knee on the bench, and body's gonna be in a flat position like so. If that isn't working and we don't have a bench, you can do the same thing just right here. So we're gonna have one knee up. You want a nice bend in this knee. A lot of people try to straighten their knee, bring it right next to them. This isn't giving you any support, so make sure it's a nice, decent ways away. Nice bend, solid grounding. We're gonna grab one heavy dumbbell. It's gonna be right under the shoulder. Now we're actually gonna let that shoulder release slightly. From there, we're gonna retract it back. We're gonna pull into the hip. Slowly release as you come down. Exhale up, slow release. We're gonna do 8 to 12 reps here. A lot of people like to pull into their chest. Not that that's wrong, but if you really wanna target your back, try to get it a little further back into the hip. Slow release down. Exhale up, inhale as we release for another 3. Another 2, one more. And we're gonna do same exact thing, other side. Taking a deep breath in, letting that shoulder release, retract back, exhale to release. From here, we're gonna move into our shoulder press. So we're grabbing 2 medium to heavy dumbbells. Typically I like to go heavier for my rows, a little lighter for my shoulder press. But we're gonna use the same weights today. I would go heavier for my rows if this was my workout. We're gonna shoulder press all the way up. And then what we're going to do is we're gonna focus on a little bit of stability as well as some rotation. So we're gonna keep our left arm isolated up, making that shoulder work. You wanna keep all of your bones stacked up. We're gonna bring that right arm right in front of the face. We're gonna go into our rotational press, and then bring it right back in to the face. Fun facts, when you're seated, your core and upper body actually work more than when you're standing, because when you're standing, your feet and legs take over some of the load. So this is actually a little more challenging to be seated. Don't stress if you're standing. We have 4 more. Another 3. Your left arm should be feeling some things. Another 2. This next one, you're gonna lock that right arm at the top, all the way up. Same thing other side for another 10. Come up. One more. You should be struggling here. Last one. From here, we're done with our medium to heavy dumbbells for now. From here, we grab our light dumbbells. I like to use 5s. Sometimes I'll go to 7.5s or 10s. I personally don't go heavier than that for these movements. However you do it works, whatever is best for you and your body. We're gonna start to strengthen the shoulders a little bit more and then move into our rear delts. So the back of our shoulder. We're gonna go up into our lateral raise little hold, slow release as we come down. Exhale at little hold, slow release. I know I said this was a back workout and we're working shoulders and you're like, what's going on? Well, we're about to tap into your rear delts, which is on the back. And we wanna make sure that those shoulders are getting a nice amount of work as well. So shoulders are just a little extra here. You got 4 more. Another 4, 3, last 2, 1 more. From here, we're gonna move into your rear delt fly. So your rear delt fly, we're gonna bring that chest onto the thighs, keeping the shoulders back, slight bend at the elbow. Same thing like our first movement. The shape of your arms isn't gonna change. We're gonna raise up, squeeze, slow release coming down. Exhale to inhale, grabbing our light dumbbells, up, slow down. So this is our rear delt fly, getting the back of the shoulders nice and involved. And I like a little hold at the top. Little hold, slow release down for 4, 3, last 2, 1 more. Gorgeous. So that's our dumbbell series for this round. From here, you're going to cycle through that, repeat it 3 to 5 times, and we're going to go over to some machines now. All right. Welcome to the lat pull down machine. You're going to need one of these guys, and then one of these guys. What we're about to do is strengthen the whole posterior sides, your entire back, focusing heavily on your lats. Your lats are the wings of your back, so this is the area that you should be feeling throughout this. We're gonna do 2 different types of pull downs. We're gonna do a wide pull down and then a narrow pull down, each that will hit the back a little bit differently. At the end of each of those exercises, we're also going to be doing some scapular protraction or retraction, really getting those shoulders not only very strong, but also very mobile, which will be really good for just that back health and strength. So we're gonna start with our wide pull down, regular pull down. Right where this bar bends, you're gonna grab right on the outsides of it. From there, we're gonna take a nice seat. We're gonna pull those shoulders all the way down, lift that chest nice and high. Knees are tucked under our little bar here. Take a deep breath in. As we exhale, pull right into the chest, right under chin, little hold, slow release as you let it come up. Exhale, inhale up. Again for 3, a solid 8 to 12 reps here. One count down, 2-second hold, 3 seconds to release. This is our last one here. From here, we're gonna bring those arms up. We're gonna stack our spine all the way up. Now from here, we're gonna let our shoulders come all the way up into our ears. And now keeping the same shape of your arms, you're gonna pull those shoulders all the way down and lift up through your chest. So as I do this, I think of lifting up through my chest and pulling down through my back muscles and my shoulder blades, which are right there. So again, we're gonna go right into it. Exhale, inhale, exhale. You wanna be as dramatic as possible here, really trying to emphasize back to up for another 8, 7, 6. This is our scap pull up, but it's our modified version because we're on the lat pull down machine. 3, last 2, 1. From here we release all the way up. From here we're gonna go narrow. So grabbing, palms are now facing you, all the way down. We're gonna take a deep breath in. As we exhale, pull all the way down. Inhale as we come up. Exhale for 2, same tempo. We got 1 count down, hold, slowly release. That's our last one. All right, from here, we're gonna move into our seated cable row. I know we already did rows, but we did them single arm and with a dumbbell. And here we're gonna add some more mobilization of the spine. So we're gonna do double arm. If you wanna skip this because it's too much, no stress. However, I'm a little obsessed with working back, and so we're gonna add it in. You're gonna grab like so, you're gonna have those feet locked in. We're gonna take a deep breath in, bringing both shoulder blades all the way back. Now from here, we're gonna add our first contraction. So you're gonna let those shoulders peel forward. From there, you wanna think of pushing up through your chest, bringing those shoulders all down, lifting up through the chest. We're gonna row now, and then we release. So again, we protract, retract our shoulders, row to release. And same thing with our dumbbell. We wanna pull into the hips instead of the chest/waist. Back, 5 more. From here, you're gonna repeat all of those another 3 to 5 times, getting in lots of repetition and really building that back. Okay, welcome to the cable machine. This is our last little round. We're gonna start with our mid-back pull. Now, if you've never used a cable machine before, I got you. What you're gonna do here is you're going to pull on the little lever. After you pull it, you unlock it. It will move wherever you line it up to. To lock it, you just let go, let it pull back into place. You wanna set both of these sides up to about chest height. So for me, I like right there. Give them a little check. Make sure they're at the same level. From here, for this first exercise, as light as you can go to start. I personally don't go heavier than this. I would rather add more reps because I find that if I go too heavy, the wrong muscles take over. We're getting into super small muscles in your back right now. All right, so we're gonna grab opposite arm on one, and then we're gonna cross over other arm. We're gonna get a little bit further back. From here, you wanna slight bend at those elbows. Again, keeping the same shape, we're gonna pull back, little hold, slow release as we come forward. Exhale back, inhale forward. Little hold and engage. Little hold, the last one for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That's our mid-back pull. From here, we're gonna move into some face pulls, strengthening that area a little bit more. We're gonna use our little rope here. We're gonna hook her in like so. I like to be a little higher for this one. So we'll lift her up, and you can go a little heavier for this one. Nothing too crazy. A nice medium weight. From here, I like to do pinkies up, thumbs down, get a nice grip. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, we're gonna pull into the face, slow release, coming forward. Again, exhale, slow release, slow release. Last cable exercise is our straight arm pull down. So you want to keep that same shape of the arm. We're going to push those hips back so you find a nice hinge. We're going to pull those arms all the way down, thinking that there's a hook through your chest trying to lift you up, and shoulders pulling all the way down. So you're going to pull down with the arms, slow release up. Same medium weight. I usually go a little lighter for this one compared to the face pull that we just did. And I also like her a little higher. So from here, we're gonna let those shoulders come up, pull our shoulders down, take a deep breath in as we exhale, pulling into the hips, slow release as you come up. Exhale, slow release. And that's your last one. All right, you're almost there. We have 2 more exercises. First one is going to be a dead hang. So we're gonna grab up there and just hang. What that does, it's actually a weighted stretch to release, line up your spine, really bring those shoulders back. So really, really good for your spine health. Something I like to do either at the beginning or end of my back workouts. Today it's at the end. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna grab and we're gonna release and just hang. As you do this, really try to let those shoulders come up, let those hips fall all the way down. And then if you want to spice it up, you can add in a scap pull up like we did on the lat pull down. Going down, 2 up, down, 2 up, or you just hold. You can either do that just once, hold for as long as you can. A good goal would be 30 seconds, from there 60, and then into 90 seconds or longer. If you want to do that just once, awesome. I usually like to do it about 5 times if I can. From here, we're gonna move into our final exercise. Our final exercise is a Jefferson curl. So it's a roll down where you're gonna start at the top of your spine, tucking your chin into your chest. You're gonna then cave shoulders down, and you're gonna slowly think of going all the way, rolling all the way down, slowly rolling all the way up, articulating through each and every vertebrae in your spine. So we're gonna start tucking chin to chest, Slowly, 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 all the way down. And then slowly, 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 bringing it all the way up. Now, if you're super flexible and hypermobile, here's where we bring our little friend in, where you have a little extra height. You don't need to be at the max height. You can be at whatever height works for you and your body. But again, same idea, tucking chin to chest. Slowly bring it all the way down. And then slowly roll it all the way up. If you feel confident in that range of motion, and only if you feel confident, if that's a new range of motion for you, I would start off body weight, and then after a few weeks of rehearsing, going through it, really practicing that, getting it into your body, then you have the option to add weights. If that feels good in your body, it's something you do regularly, we add our dumbbell to make it a Jefferson curl, so we add a little load, which will stretch out and strengthen the back a little bit more. Tucking chin to chest, same idea, all the way down. Trying really to release at the bottom, get a little lower, and then all the way up, as slow as you can. We're doing 10 of these. Another 4. Last one. Holding this one a little longer. And then slowly, slowly, slowly bringing her up. Those are all the exercises in the Bulletproof for your back. I highly recommend going through all of the cable exercises an additional 3 to 5 times. So your mid-back pulls, face pulls, and straight arm pull downs. I would create a little circuit between mid-back pulls, face pulls, straight arm pull downs, and the dead hang. And then from there, I would do the Jefferson curl last to release the back, get it mobilized a little more so that you are ready for the rest of your day or to get into bed to sleep. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this workout. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please comment below. I'm always here to help you in your fitness journey. Thank you so much. Woo!